All right, some other quarterback news. Derek Carr is going to the Saints, and Geno is staying in Seattle. You deaded the Derek Carr move, but I honestly disagree.
Okay.
Being that the Saints now have the best quarterback in their division and possibly the second best quarterback in the NFC if Rodgers goes to New York.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, Seattle's paying $100 million to Geno Smith. Who regrets this decision more in a year?
Well, I don't mind the Seahawks move for Geno because they can get out of it after 2 years and they don't have
a team that's going to go super far.
Yeah, and it doesn't kill them, like, and they're building. I don't mind it. The Saints, I did this on the show, on the TV show, and Wilds and Bruce said it was boring, and okay. The Saints keep borrowing from future years' cap to pay for this year's team, and they were when you're doing it to try to win a Super Bowl with Drew Brees, no problem. When you're doing it because you won't admit you missed your window, you are ruining your chance to actually build a Super Bowl contender. So the salary cap's about $200 million. Dead money is money on the cap that you are paying to players no longer on your team, because you structured the contract such in a way where this year their cap figure is tiny so we can get all these players, but then next year it explodes. So, for example, Michael Thomas, their oft-injured receiver, this coming season has a cap hit of only $14 million, and his cap hit's been low his whole time there. But next year's cap hit is $59 million. It's the highest of any player at any position in the league. So obviously they will have to cut him. And then when they cut him against their cap, to not have him on the team will be $15 million. So obviously you want to have as little dead money as possible, or take all your dead money hits in one season, strip the team down, and then build. Does this make sense?
Yeah.
So the year, Breeze's last year there, they had $40 million in dead money because they had gone all in the previous season. He then retires. They won't admit that they need to tear it down. They had $50 million in dead money. Now they're going to cut Jameis. They're already paying $30 million to guys who are not on their team. This year already they're at $40 million again, and they are positioning it so next year and the year after they're going to be on that dead money level. So what does that mean? It means you have 25% less cap dollars every year than the rest of the league, as opposed to simply taking your medicine 1 year.
Right.
So yes, I understand Carr's the best quarterback in the division. I understand all of that. However, they can't win a Super Bowl right now, and they are ensuring that they stay far away from being able to win one. What they needed to do was clean up their books, stop trading away first-round picks, and start anew. Philly won a Super Bowl, tore it all down, built it up, and got to another one. Chicago had $75 million in dead money this last year, tore it down because they had $75 million in dead money. They had a terrible team. Right. They got the number one pick of the draft out of it, and now they have more cap space than anybody. Just take your medicine for one season, right, clean up your books, and try to build a contender for one of America's greatest cities. So I think
that's the GM that makes those types of greedy decisions.
And I think it's insane. I think the Saints have been operating the way their football team, the way I would operate my American Express card if a doctor told me I had 6 months to live. If it was like you have a terminal disease and it guarantee you like 6 months you're checked out, I'd be like, well, I guess everything's free then,
right?
Because but this team, they've been operating like they have inside intel that the NFL is folding in 2025, and so this bill will never come due. I don't understand it.
Hey, thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to get more from the show, and make sure to click the bell to get notified every time new content drops. Check out full episodes of What's Right wherever you get your podcasts, or Just click the link in the description below.